All right, folks, welcome to today's $1 million Strategy Roundtable. This is April 21st, 2011. We took a short hiatus last week from the online roundtable, but we had actually 3 live roundtables in India. So for those of you who are interested in what was going on, I was in Chennai on April 9th, working with Thai Chennai for a live roundtable there. Then I was in Mumbai on April 16th and Pune on April 17th, working with Thai Mumbai, Indian Angel Network, Persistent Systems, and InQ Capital, which is an incubator fund that we're working with. All this was partially sponsored by the Microsoft BizSpark grant program. This is an India Startup Challenge grant that Microsoft is offering. So it was really interesting actually being in the room with entrepreneurs who are presenting, and one of my most challenging experiences was in Mumbai, listening to 10 pitches in a row with a very short break in between, and keeping focus and concentration for 10 pitches I found it to be quite challenging actually. So today we are going to do a relatively fewer number of pitches as an antidote to that. This roundtable is being recorded and we're going to make it available online for everybody to listen after the session. And if you're tweeting, which we very much encourage you to do, please use the hashtag 1M1M. I've actually lost my voice to some extent because each of these sessions in India, I was on stage for a good 6-7 hours between a keynote, the roundtables, as well as Q&A. There's very, very long sessions and talking constantly for hours. So today my voice is almost gone. So the first presenter today is Satya. Satya, if you could unmute your line and come online and present, that would be great.
Okay.
Tell us what you've got.
Can you make me as a presenter, or how to go about it?
Slides. Just let me know when you need your next slide, and I will forward the slides. You just focus on your presentation.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Good morning, Sramana. My name is Satya. Basically, I'm from Bangalore, India. Right. So myself and 2 of my colleagues started this Evaluated Networks 1 year back in Coimbatore.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Basically, our focus is mainly on develop the products in the range of the home automation, like smart grid, smart and green homes, and smart industries. So what is our goal is to people need to use their energy efficiently and monitor their energy, right? So that right now, so we wanted to provide solutions in that range. So our ultimate goal is now to pitch into the smart grid market. Right now, it's too early in the Indian market. That's the reason, right? Initially, we wanted to start with smart grid, smart homes. Then eventually we wanted to move towards the smart grid. So
Satya,
basically, what solutions we are...
Satya, are you doing system integration in these areas like smart homes and smart grid?
Yeah, actually we are manufacturing all the devices, plus we are doing system integration too, because right now the devices, the controllers, and all the required equipment, right? So we are trying to design here, and we wanted to manufacture in India, and we wanted to integrate complete solution and provide the solution to the end customers.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So in these solutions, right, something like in this home automation and the industry automation, right? So basically, we are concentrating more on the security and surveillances, and electrical appliances and lighting controllers, energy management devices, home gateway. The gateway will control all other equipments we install in the house or industry. Then the next one is important USP is remote management here. So we are coming up with a very good software. It's a web-based software, so you can able to control your home gateway through sitting anywhere in the world, either through your laptop or through your smartphones, like iPads and all, right? So that is the product we are looking at. The ultimate thing is next level. We wanted to go ahead with the smart grid. So then the next point is so where we are. So we are at technology readiness level is 8. So we are now we are trying to do some field trials in this product actually. Right now, so we are able to demonstrate this product in the lab, and now we are now trying to get some customers, customers, I think, friendly customers, and now we are going ahead with the field trials. So far, right, so how we started this project is something like, so we got the funds from Technology Development Board of India, and so we have a grants from Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, right? So we got around something like 30 lakhs Indian rupees funds. So with that, right, we were able to generate these prototypes and the product ready for the field trials. So next slide, please. So our target customers are, as I said, so residential homes and apartments. When you go to the commercial, it's a corporate offices, hospitals, hotels, banks, and educational institutes. And in the industrial side, utility companies, renewable and hybrid energy producers, energy distributors, and so other the industries, wherever the industry automation is required, right? We would like to pitch in there. So targeted markets, initially we wanted to focus only on India. So once the products are mature and we get enough feedback from the customers, and the next level, now we wanted to concentrate our market in the Asia Pacific countries.
Okay.
Sramana, you have any questions or?
Yeah, no, I'm listening. Why don't you finish your presentation? Then I have lots of questions, but I'll let you finish first.
Yeah. So the next slide is talks about our marketing strategy, right? So we are exploring the strategy using franchising and channel partners, right? So basically, right now, still I think we need to narrow down to one of these two things. And initially, we wanted to go ahead with the channel partners. Eventually, right, to go ahead and build the franchising network. Right. So right now we are implementing the market strategy, and so with some partners in India, like a franchising Indian association. Then I think the next step is now to generate the leads and the selection of our franchisees.
End customers.
Our end customers. Yeah. I think right. We identified the end customers and we are doing some the field trials with them.
And who is an end customer that you're doing a trial with right now?
Yeah, some of the residential apartment builders locally in Coimbatore as well as in Bangalore, and we are now trying to get some more customers, like renowned customers in India. On the building side, Mantri and other Purvankara builders related to those guys are famous in Bangalore.
So these are real estate companies that are building apartment houses. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So eventually, those are our end customers, but right, we wanted to sell it through the franchisee networks. Right. So right now we are working with Franchisee India.
It's too early to franchise. This venture right now is too early to franchise. You are going to need to sell to that's why I've asked you about end customers. You really need to sell to the end customers as soon as possible. And not free trials. You need to convert them. What are the arrangements that you've made with these companies that you're doing free trials with? What is the duration of the trial, and at what point do they start paying? Based on what milestones?
Yeah. The field trials right now, what we are doing is something like so they have the apartments which are like so they wanted to demonstrate to their end customers. So those the demo apartments, right? We are doing automation, right? So eventually their end customers will come and see their apartments, plus the home automation products, right? So once they started selling their product, their product means apartments, right? I think eventually, right, they are going to introduce to those customers, so we are working with them in that terms actually. So we are directly deals with the people who purchased the apartments and homes. So that is the starting point. So the next level we wanted to go to the franchises.
Hold on, Satya. So you are not selling to the builders. You're going to be selling to the people who buy the apartments?
Yeah, both the ways, right? Either, right, the builder can also take the products and also they'll incorporate while the building itself. Or sometimes, right, they said they will eventually they'll show to their end customers, and it depends upon the end customer's interest. So they want already these products in house before they possess the house, or something like they have a choice. They can go ahead with the possession of the house, and then after that, they can choose these products.
Well, my guidance would be, if you have to sell individually to every single apartment owner, that's going to be an absolute nightmare. My suggestion would be you sell directly to the builders and kind of position it such that the smart grids or the energy efficient home is part of the value proposition of the apartment itself. So you sell to the builders, and because of your technology, they can make these homes energy efficient and position them as smart homes and sell them as smart homes, period. If you have to sell individually to every single apartment owner, the cost of sale is going to go up significantly. You don't want to get involved in that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sramana.
Now, in terms of method of marketing right now, I think all you can do is actually sell directly to these apartment owners. I am not sure if you would be able to franchise this at all at this point, because it's a new market, right? In India, there's not a lot of awareness of these products. So for at least some time, you're going to have to do direct selling to these apartment builders. And let me ask you one other question. Is this something that has to be built in at the time of construction of the apartment, or is this something that can be, even if the apartment complex is already built, and can you retrofit the complex with your product?
Yeah. These products are all wireless devices, something like with finished houses also we can go and install very easily. You don't require a lot of wiring and all these things. So that is the uniqueness of this product. So this product works on the Zigbee protocol.
Okay. Now, so tell me a little bit about what is the lay of the land. Are there building automation or smart home automation system integrators in the market right now in India?
Yeah, I think we did the small market survey, and still we are doing some more the extensive market survey. So there are the people available, the system integrators for this home automation. So, but currently what they are doing, they are importing all these products from US, Europe, and Singapore, and they are now doing the integration. So the cost of the products are very high, and these the technology what they are using are wired based. So a lot of during the construction phase itself, a lot of installation work needs to be done there. So that's where, right? So we have advantage here.
Okay. So franchise is not going to work, but you do need system integration partners to be able to penetrate this market. It sounds like you have a cheaper product that's manufactured in India that you can convince system integrators to use who are already selling into this market, and instead of the Singaporean products or US products, they basically would be using your products manufactured in India. That's a reasonable value proposition. Now, in terms of suggestions for funding, I think you're going to have to fund this from customer generation.
Okay.
So what is the manufacturing process for you? Like, let's say you have an order of I don't know how many units is your normal order size. Let's say you sell to an apartment house. What is the size of what is the unit count for one project?
Yeah, basically we came up with, we just analyzed the market here in India, and so our the packages are something like, right? So we divided into small apartments with 850 square feet and medium apartments with 1300 square feet and little bigger apartments like 3000 square feet apartments or homes. Right now, the price starts from 65,000 rupees. 41,000 for small house, and then it goes to next level is 65,000. Then the higher the value of packages costs 2 lakhs rupees.
No, I understand. What I'm asking, the question I'm asking is, let's say, you have two kinds of selling going on here, right? One is you're selling directly to a builder, where the entire apartment complex is wired with your products. In which case, how many units do you need to fit one apartment complex? I don't know, however many apartments there are in a large apartment complex. That's one kind of selling.
Yeah.
The other kind of selling is you are supplying supplying units to the VARs who are selling one by one, perhaps apartment by apartment, or even perhaps selling on a full apartment fitting basis. So my question is, what is the manufacturing cycle of this? If you take one order from an apartment or a VAR, how many units do you have to manufacture, and what is the duration? How much time do you take to manufacture that, and what is the cost of that manufacturing?
Yeah, I think no. So we wanted to we need a manufacturing lead of 2 months time. And so we are not going with the order by order, something like So we are the sales projections and plus according to the sales projection, right? So we'll do manufacturing. We'll do manufacturing in the lot of 1,000 units per.
That's not my question. I'm trying to figure out if you can use customer funds to do the manufacturing, and how long does it take to manufacture your products?
It's 1 month's time.
1 month's time. So the question I'm exploring is, let's say you get an order from a customer, and let's say you structured the contract such that they pay an advance. My question is, can you take that advance from the customer and get the product manufactured and fulfill the order and collect the rest of the money from the customer?
Okay, so that is your advice.
Yeah, that's my advice, because I think until you get more proof points and have a better understanding of what the business is in terms of your channel, how are you going to sell? Is it going to be through system integrators? If you sell through system integrators, what is the cost structure? What is the P&L of that sale? What are the gross margins? What are the units, and what are the sales cycles and all of that? If you don't have understanding of those things, I think it's going to be difficult to get any significant financing. Having said that, there probably are some small business financing, SIDB financing and things like that. The kinds of financing you've got so far, a couple of grants, and I think there are some small enterprise financing in the Indian, in the Indian industry that you could look into. But primarily, I would like you to look at structuring it as customer financing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it. But no, so is it too early to go with the VCs?
No, you're not ready for the VCs yet, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think you're ready for VCs at all.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Until we have some real customers, right? Then only we'll go with the
customers. It's not going to work. You need customers. You need some system integration partners to give you scale and all that. Without proving those points, I don't think, at least Indian VCs, I don't think are going to do this.
Okay.
And your question
so the
about
next
branding.
Question is,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing I'm talking about. My last question is, the suggestions on branding and IP protection.
So what IP is in the product?
Especially, right, so we are working on Zigbee related products, and some of the products are built with proprietary the wireless protocols.
Okay. And have you looked into filing for patents?
Yeah, I think so still we're not patented that. I think so we wanted to go ahead and patent those
You don't patent it.
algorithms.
It's the only way you can protect IP.
Yeah.
Branding and
Okay.
IP protection are two separate issues, though. You do need to get a patent. So, I mean, if there is IP involved, this is the kind of industry where people copy and reverse engineer very easily. So you do need some sort of patent filing. And in terms of branding,
okay.
The branding part is actually kind of less critical for this product. My sense is you're going to be selling at scale. For the time being, I think you're going to have to do some level of direct selling, but over time you're going to be largely selling through system integrators. So you should be selling under your own brand, but I don't sense that you're going to be creating a lot of big branding. You're going to invest a lot of money in branding this from a consumer brand point of view. I think it's the system integrators who are going to be contacting the apartment owners or the homeowners and will be selling a solution. So it's not like you're going to have to do a lot of television advertising and print advertising and so on and so forth. I don't sense that's going to happen. I think one thing you're going to be doing when you're ready for it is a good PR campaign and things like that, but it's not like big branding budgets.
Okay.
Okay. So I think for the time being, your strategy is to do some, direct selling to get some of these apartment complex to adopt your product, and also find a few system integrators who are already in this market to sell through, so that you can start generating customer revenue.
Yeah, I think that's where we need to go. Thanks for suggestions,
Sure.
Sramana.
Okay, very good. All right, Douglas.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. You were supposed to present at an earlier roundtable, right?
Yes.
Well, tell us what you've got.
Okay, thanks for the opportunity. Our idea is called GeoInvenio. GeoInvenio is a platform for developed location-aware applications and based on cloud computing. Our opportunity. In Central America or Latin America, the smartphone penetration is growing, and the companies similar to mobile operators or retail companies are trying to get some kind of revenue from this opportunity. So they have a lot of problems when they try to develop solutions, because they try to develop solutions for iPhone, for BlackBerry, Android, etc. So in our market or our solutions, we're trying to provide an entire platform for this kind of companies. We provide tools and APIs to enable implementation of locations aware. We don't provide maps. We don't are maps provider. We provide a rule engine for calculations or for stats, or I don't know, maybe applications when they need to use locations from the device or GPS and smartphones. Our market, one, we try to focus on two kind of companies. First, the software development companies who want to implement a location aware. And our idea with these companies is, okay, you focus on develop the applications on the phone or the smartphones, and we provide all the infrastructure for you and for your locations, applications. And the second, we try to focus on retail, logistics, or transportation companies. And these companies is looking for similar applications for, I don't know, maybe to track the cars, tracking people, tracking similar, I don't know, similar options. We are trying to, okay, we provide all the infrastructure, and you only need to enable your mobile phone for each employee. Our business model, well, we are trying to pay as you go. For example, for the software development companies, we're trying they need to pay for each cost per customer our backend, or they can pay a package with a self-fee and monthly fee. This customer will have access to different options with support for multiple device, educate, storage, and report tools. Our technology, what is our value add? Okay. The platform provides support for multiple devices, Android, and iPhone, Windows Phone, BlackBerry. We expose several REST services to integrate with third parties. We provide a rapid application environment. Our idea is to do more fast the development for this kind of applications. And we provide a storage infrastructure for the location data and all the rule engine. And we try to include reports using new technologies similar to collaborative intelligence techniques. And this idea we won the first place in the Startup Weekend in Costa Rica, in the last Startup Weekend. And we are trying to get, financial our customers, and our intention is generate customers in this moment. And we need to develop the platform, and we are trying to use cloud computing strategy.
Okay. Let me ask you a few questions. How many software development companies are there in your geography that are doing mobile application development?
Well, our intention is not develop the final mobile applications. Our idea is implement the SDK for the mobile application. So we are not trying to get, 10 or 20 programmers, one for iPhone, one for Android or Windows Phone. We are trying to get a small group who develop the SDKs, and we provide these SDKs to the software development companies.
That's my question. That's exactly my question. Are there enough software development companies in your region who do mobile application development who could be your customers?
Oh, yes. Only in Costa Rica we have, 2,000 software companies. In the region, Latin America, we have, maybe more than 1,000 companies who develop software or mobile, or in the regions, and the develop for mobile is in explosion right now. A lot of people want to develop for mobile, but the problem is they need to develop all the application from the user experience or the UI to the backend. For location-aware companies, the problem is in the backend. So our intention is, you are correct to develop the UI, the iPhone interface, but we provide the backend for locations.
Okay.
I think we have big market in the region only for Latin America. I think we need to focus in Central America first, and second, Latin America, in countries like Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, or Colombian. But in Costa Rica, in this moment, we have a good time for this kind of development.
So, what conversations have you had with the mobile application software development companies in Costa Rica? Have you started working with them? Do you have any software development companies building applications on top of your platform?
Well, even before the start of weekend, we have a couple of contacts with similar companies like Navtec, or similar companies like, for example, McDonald's, Burger King, who wants to develop discounts, promotions based on GPS or smart position. And they are very interested in these solutions. Maybe the big problem or the big question is how we need to pay for this or use this kind of solutions. Our idea or our intention is they pay us for use the platform. But the clients are not sure if it's a good model. Pay us for code to our backend or monthly free. This is for me. This is the big question of the customers.
Okay, so there are a few things that I'd like you to test with your customers. You told me that there are 2,000 software development companies in Costa Rica alone that do mobile application development, right?
Yes, because all the companies in Costa Rica have a product or they provide outsourcing for other companies. So when the mobile the mobile development opportunity is shown, all the companies offer in their portfolios the mobile software development. Okay, so they are companies similar to, for example, they are companies similar to develop ERP. Well, they are trying to use our platform and integrate with the ERP for control all the fleet or car tracking using the ERP and our platform. And so are different markets, are different products that maybe not all 2,000 to 200 companies are interested, but maybe I think maybe 50 companies in Costa Rica are interested in this solution.
Okay, so the 50 companies that you think are interested in the solution, I would like you to go talk to these 50 companies and get a sense of what kinds of applications will they be developing on this. This is part of your kind of market validation, right? If this is a segment that you want to go into, you really need to understand what kind of products are they going to build. And the pricing model that you come up with needs to be based on those conversations. So as you will see, when you discuss with these companies, they will figure out, in that conversation, you will figure out the kinds of applications they're building, and you would also be able to figure out how these companies are interested in paying you. Do they want to pay you as a license fee for your platform, or they want to pay you on a transaction fee model? But this is kind of like a market validation process that you will need to go through and understand in collaboration with your customers.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so that's one exercise. That in terms of homework, that is one of your homeworks. The other homework is you need to do an analysis of the competitive landscape. It doesn't matter whether it's in Costa Rica or in the US or wherever. What is the business model? What is the pricing model of an equivalent product? There are other mobile software development platforms. You need to find other mobile software development platforms, location-aware mobile software development platforms, or just mobile development platforms, and you need to find out what are the business models of those other products so that you have some proxy to go by.
Okay.
So if you take the data that you're getting from the software development companies who are your potential clients, you take the data from the market in terms of your competitive landscape, then we have, and if you bring that data back to me, I can help you determine, which direction to go. But I need to see some data from the market.
Okay.
Okay?
Understand. Okay.
So my suggestion is that you do those two exercises first before we address the question on should you focus your efforts on developing your own applications, because developing your own application is going to be a certain amount of investment, and if there are enough takers in terms of the software development companies to start developing applications on your platform, and you see a reasonably good, relatively quick revenue stream through that process, then I would prefer that you work with the software development companies first, and maybe later you do your own application. But if there's enough adoption for your platform, then it's okay to go with the platform, selling into the software development companies. But after talking to the software development companies, if you learn that they don't really want to use your platform, then we have to think about developing your own application. But you need to do that validation in two steps. You first need to talk to the software development companies and get some data back.
Okay, I understand, and it's safe for me.
And I think in the future you will be developing your own applications, but we kind of need to do a good analysis of what kind of applications are these software development companies that you will be selling through, what kind of applications are they interested in pursuing. And then if they are indeed going to become your customers, then you don't want to build an application that is going to also compete with your development partners. So no matter what, you need to understand the product roadmaps of these software companies so that you both figure out how you're going to sell to them or sell through them, and also where are the gaps in the market beyond that where you might be able to do your own applications later on.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Now,
okay,
in terms of your, go ahead.
No, thank you. I understand your advice. It's okay.
Okay, and one other pointer I want to give you. You asked the question about VC and angel investment. How are you financing the company right now?
Well, this idea is from new idea, and we are trying to get financially from Costa Rica investors. But we are trying to sell or find one customers and sell the using for the platform.
It would be a lot easier for you to get any financing with customers. So I would say instead of, if you can bootstrap for the time being and develop the customer base and can figure out the customer revenue model, that would be better. In terms of financing, my sense is that it would be easier for you to get any financing with customers than without customers. Having said that, there is a grant that the Chilean government is giving to Latin and Central American entrepreneurs. Actually, they're giving it to any entrepreneur who's interested, but particularly I think the Latin and Central American entrepreneurs are starting to use it. It's the Startup Chile program. Have you heard about that?
Yes, I think yes. I think there are one or two companies in Costa Rica who use this or talk with this group.
Yeah. So of course that requires that you move to Chile for 3 months, and if you are willing to do that, that may be an option. If you're not, then it's not an option.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think more than all that, my real interest is to see you focus on your customer validation and trying to convert these customers into revenue as quickly as possible.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to talk. You're very welcome. So we've looked at two companies. We are only going to look at two companies today. There is a Facebook poll, so you're welcome to vote for which one of the two is your favorite company today. It's at facebook.com 1M by 1M. Please, audience, please vote for the companies. And I'm going to spend a quick few minutes on discussing the entrepreneur journeys methodology. So Satya and Douglas, please pay attention to the methodology, and I'm going to give you more pointers on how to leverage the 1 million by 1 million program better. So from the point of view of this particular preview into the 1 million by 1 million methodology, I will mostly be referring to the Entrepreneur Journeys book series for the case studies. However, if you are doing 1 million by 1 million premium, which I'll talk about in a moment, you don't need to buy any of the books because all the case studies are available online. Now, one of the philosophical premises that we work with in 1 million by 1 million is that there are many more 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 20 million ideas than 500 million or $1 billion ideas. And the VCs only invest in these very large opportunities, the 500 million, $1 billion opportunities. They do not invest in these small niche opportunities, the 1 million, 5 million, 10 million opportunities. However, as far as 1 million by 1 million is concerned, we are perfectly happy to support you through building the smaller niche businesses as well. And I believe that they are very worth building, especially if you own significant percentages of these companies. So you'll see a lot of discussion about, financing strategy and how to negotiate your deal, how to maximize valuation and stuff like that in the 1 million by 1 million premium program that further elaborate on the nuances of these ideas of what is the size of your market and what should be your financing strategy based on that, and so on and so forth. So in the first volume of Entrepreneur Journeys, our primary goal is inspiration and demystification. You have a dozen case studies which primarily focus on the notion of how to craft a business block by block. We cannot teach you how to be lucky, but we can teach you how to craft a business block by block. Now, bootstrapping is a core philosophy of the 1 million by 1 million program. We don't believe that you can ever raise money without doing a lot of bootstrapping early on in the business. And in certain cases, depending on the market size of your business and the nature of your business, we believe that you can build the entire company, and you should build the entire company through bootstrapping without introducing any external financing at all. Validation is key. We believe that you need to focus on validating your business as soon as possible and as much as possible. So validation methodology is something we deal with extensively. I'm just going to give you a few pointers to case study, but validation methodology is dealt with in extensive detail in the premium program of 1 million by 1 million. One of the case studies I'll point you to is the Right Now case study, the Montana Mogul chapter in Entrepreneur Journeys Volume 2, and Ocarina and Obebify are two other pieces of the program, of the case studies that would be also relevant in this topic. Positioning is a topic that we deal with extensively as well in the program. Our mantra is do not spray and pray. We want you to focus very tightly on specific segments, specific value propositions, specific go-to-market strategies related to those segments and those value propositions instead of going all over the place. So positioning, how to test, validate, and bring your idea to market is the book supporting that. It has 16 case studies. I'm just going to give you a couple of those that are particularly compelling, but all those case studies are very good positioning case studies. Pay cycle is one that I like a lot in the B2B side, and B2C, the Find is a very good case study for the B2C go-to-market strategy. Clarify Your Story is the appendix of EJ3, and the framework is available in the public domain. The URL is on your screen. It's Clarify Your Story is based on my 10 years of consulting. So it's a lot of people tell me it's very complex to answer the kinds of questions that I ask you to sort out in Clarify Your Story. And if you're having difficulty with answering those questions, I strongly recommend you join the 1 Million by 1 Million Premium Program. Innovation Need of the Hour is the 4th volume of Entrepreneur Journeys, and it deals with the bottlenecks in the innovation ecosystem and how to circumnavigate those bottlenecks and come up with ways to do your R&D, fund your R&D, especially if you're dealing with long lead time R&D to bring innovation to market. I also recommend that you look at the Web 3.0 framework. A good starting point would be the Taking on Giants section of Entrepreneur Journeys Volume 1. This is a very well-known framework. It's a product strategy framework that applies to all web businesses. And if you're building a web business, this is something that you should definitely internalize. Bootstrapping using services is a strategy that we very much believe in, and I'm giving you a couple of case studies. Bootstrapping to Billions, the Finisar case study in EJ1, and Free to Innovate, the cryptography research case study in EJ4. But in the Premium Lounge, we deal with this in much more extensive detail. Open source go-to-market strategies often are relatively cost-effective go-to-market strategies. I have a few case studies on the screen. EJ3 has DimDim, and EJ4 has Sugar CRM, Spring Source, and CollabNet. In the Premium Lounge, there are many more. So all these books are available on Amazon and Kindle in India on Flipkart.com. The books are Entrepreneur Journeys Volume 1, Bootstrapping, Weapon of Mass Reconstruction, Positioning, How to Test, Validate, and Bring Your Idea to Market, and Innovation Need of the Hour. And finally, Vision India 2020 is effectively a development economics book that is written from the perspective of taking advantage of India's strategic strengths, whether it's market or production backend. And it consists of $45 billion business ideas. And it's written as fiction set in 2020, looking back on building these 45 companies. So it's a futuristic retrospective in that sense. Now, this is a book that would apply to any developing country in some sense. So if you look at it from an Indian point of view, but many of these ideas, many of these business ideas would apply just as well to Latin America or Africa or, Southeast Asia. So it's something that people in other countries, other geographies interested in emerging market opportunities could also look at. The blog is at sramanamitra.com. It has numerous case studies and numerous trends and material that is very specific to entrepreneurship, and you will learn a lot if you follow the blog. And the strategy roundtables like this happen every Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So we are pretty religious about hosting these roundtables every week. So you're very welcome to come and pitch, ask your friends and fellow entrepreneurs to come and pitch and have this strategy discussion with me. And then we have the more comprehensive 1 Million by 1 Million Premium Program, which consists of a curriculum. The curriculum is a case study based methodology as well as video lectures and case studies to teach you the basic modules of entrepreneurship that you would need to understand as a first-time entrepreneur to get a comprehensive view of how to bring your product to market, how to navigate financing and all sorts of issues that pertain to the very early stage of entrepreneurship. It deals extensively with bootstrapping, with issues on angel financing and all of that stuff. So if you are, if you're a first-time entrepreneur, you're trying to understand the basics of entrepreneurship, 1 Million by 1 Million, the premium curriculum is something that if you put in, about 30 to 50 hours to really get up to speed with the core curriculum, you would come out of it a much more sophisticated entrepreneur than you would be going into it. And then we also have elective modules in the curriculum. So that's industry specific and it aligns with the various trends of our industry. The electives consist of modules like Web 3.0 and e-commerce, cloud computing and business solutions, mobile and social apps, outsourcing, online education, healthcare, IT, and so forth. There are a number of elective modules in the curriculum that relate to various trends in our industry today. On top of that, you have private roundtables. So some of our entrepreneurs have told us that they don't want to pitch in this public roundtable where the recordings are made public and anybody from anywhere in the world can listen to their pitches because this is their business strategy and they want a more private setting to discuss it. So in the premium program, there are also private roundtables, similar format, but they're private. And then we have extensive set of services. We make introductions to customers, to channel partners. Especially if you're in a different geography trying to access Silicon Valley, we are very well connected into the Silicon Valley ecosystem. So if you're trying to build a channel relationship or an investor relationship in Silicon Valley, we can definitely help you do that. And then we also do investor introductions. We do, if your business qualifies for funding, we can definitely get you connected with the investor network of both Silicon Valley as well as in other geographies. Also, we have good investor relationships. Then we do also very strong PR and analyst relations. I have very good credibility in the technology market. So if I write about you in my syndicated columns or on my blog, there are a lot of analysts, a lot of journalists who follow my work. You could cite that and we could introduce you to other people who might be willing to write about you. So that's kind of the crux of the 1 million by 1 million premium program. It costs $1,000 in annual membership fee. So please take advantage of this program, and I'm very happy to work with many of you who are planning to join the premium program. In terms of upcoming roundtables, we have April 28th, we are working with United States companies primarily. Although anybody is welcome to pitch. We're going to give some priority to the companies from the mountain states in the United States, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, that area. On May 5th, we are working on an India-focused roundtable. It's actually not only Indian Angel Network; it is all India organizations that we are working with. So Maureen, please correct this in the future. May 12th, we are working with, again, southeastern United States, Florida, Georgia, and so forth. And on May 19th, we'll be working with southern United States, Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and so forth. But in all of these roundtables, we are going to be very open to having people from anywhere in the world pitch. So if you're looking for a pitch slot, please sign up, and Maureen will make sure that you find a slot one way or the other. We make every effort to accommodate people who want to pitch. And on May 26th, we're going to be working with Europe. I want to thank all the partners that we tend to work with, whether it's Read Write Web as a media partner, Youth Ki Awaaz, Astia is an organization, is an entrepreneurship development organization. Microsoft BizSpark has been our recent partner for the Startup Grant Program. Amita is Association of MIT Alumni. Thai Chennai is a strong partner. All of the Thai chapters, Thai Mumbai, Thai Delhi, Thai Chicago, many of them have partnered with us. MAD is an incubator in Malaysia that we work with. Indian Angel Network is an incubator as well as an angel investor group. Persistent Systems is a partner in the channel side. InQ Capital is an incubator fund that we work with in Pune. And VView is our technology partner for hosting these roundtables. So you all are very welcome to use VView for free for a year. VView has been very generous to our members. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to open up my public chat. If any of you have any questions, I'll be happy to take the questions now. Otherwise, we are pretty much done with today's roundtable. So if you have any questions, my public chat is now open.
Hi, Sramana. I have one question.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, this 1 million by 1 million program, it's a web-based program, and how to register it? Is it I can attend from India also?
It's completely web-based, yes. Let me show you the URL where you're going to register for it. It's basically 1m1m.sramanamitra.com, and you can register online. See the URL on your screen. 1m1m.sramanamitra.com, and you can just go to the site and register for the program, and any credit card should go through pretty much. We accept Visa and MasterCard.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else?
The books you're referring. So those books are available in Indian market, or so I need to go to Amazon.com and buy.
You can buy them from Flipkart, Satya, in India. Flipkart.com.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, yes, other than Satya and Douglas, none of you will be able to ask questions on the audio, but you can type in your question on the group chat, and I will answer the questions from the group chat, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much, Sramana.
You're very welcome, Satya. Bill, I see that you may have a question, so if you want to put in your question in the group chat, I'll be very happy to answer. So Bill is asking, are you creating any type of special relationship with the type of innovation incubation centers you've been profiling in the newsletter? Yes, we are. In some of them, we actually are working with quite intensive relationships. So we've just announced a partnership with MAD Incubator in Malaysia. And what MAD is doing is they have become a value-added reseller of the 1 million by 1 million premium program. And they are not only reselling the 1 million by 1 million premium program in Malaysia, they are developing the entire ecosystem. They're working with other entrepreneurship development organizations, VCs, angels, as well as the Malaysian government to significantly scale the entrepreneurship development efforts in Malaysia using the 1 million by 1 million program as the base level entrepreneurship development tool. So, think about it. An incubator typically has the ability to only incubate, depending on what is the size of the incubator and how much staff they have, how much funding they have, somewhere between 5 to 50 companies. Typically, incubators don't go beyond 50. But 1 million by 1 million is a very scalable program. It's completely virtual. So what these incubators can do is they can put, let's say, 100, 200, 500, 1,000 companies in a certain geography through 1 million by 1 million premium, and then take 50 out of those to invest further in. That's the kind of relationship we are establishing with a number of innovation incubation centers around the world. So yes, we have relationships like that in India. We've just also announced a partnership with the incubator of Indian Angel Network. You will see that on the blog shortly. So those are the kinds of things we are focusing on. So let me read your comment, Bill. I'm launching one with partners in Stamford, Connecticut. We are being given the old town hall, an iconic old building in the center of Stamford, to create a new innovation center with 20,000 square feet. We want to have co-work, incubation, and education. We will be very, very happy to work with you, Bill. If you connect with me offline, you can send me an email to sramana@sramanamitra.com, and I will connect you with my team, and we will be very happy to explore how we can work together in a similar vein. Any other questions? Awesome. Bill, that would be wonderful. We are actually looking to work with incubators. So this is perfect. We would be delighted to work with you. We are also working with an incubator in Maine, by the way. I don't know the General Assembly in New York City. What is it? Would you? Why don't you tell us what it is and why you ask? Why are you bringing it up? Folks, Bill is asking, do I know the General Assembly in New York City? Is it an incubator as well? Okay. It's an interesting incubator, Bill says, that's funded by the Pritzker family of Hyatt chain. We'll look into it, sure. Shika is asking, what are your views about the Morpheus? Shika, we've done a story on the Morpheus. If you're interested, look it up on the blog. We did a full interview-based series profile on the Morpheus. You'll find lots of information on them. They're a good incubator. So as a general rule, we consider all these incubators as potential partners or existing partners, because in some cases we are already partnering with them. In some cases we are in discussions with them, and in some cases we would be interested in partnering with them where we don't know them. There are 7,000 incubators in the world, so we haven't really got to all of them. We have got to some of them. We have heard from some of them. In some cases we have already relationships. In other cases we will be seeking relationships with them. But the incubators are a very synergistic channel for us to work with. Okay, I will do that, Bill. I will take a look at General Assembly. Now, Bill, do you have funding also as part of your incubator from your local government or economic development agency? Any other questions, guys? Okay. Thank you, Bill. Let's talk offline. Why don't you connect with me offline, and we will take this further. We'll talk to you further. We are, as 1 million by 1 million, we are a completely 100% virtual program. We will always be a 100% virtual program, and we are going to always want to work with physical incubators that are focusing on physical incubators who are focusing on space and in-person support and so on and so forth. So we are perfectly complementary, perfectly synergistic with various kinds of incubators around the world. And this is very much a part of our strategy, where we are going to focus on partnering with the incubators, and we have already done at least 4 different deals in different parts of the world around that model. We'll continue to do more. Okay, so looks like there are no other questions. Okay, Bill, that's very good. Bill is saying, I'm looking forward to speaking with your team. That is why I sat in today, to finally get the feel. I've already read some of your books and know some of your interviews, like Cree Lawson, and you interviewees like Cree Lawson and Beatrice Starka. Terrific. Looks like we have a lot of synergy, and I look forward to working with you, Bill. And Maureen says, thanks, Douglas and Satya. Absolutely good presentations. You guys are doing interesting work. So by all means, keep pushing and keep using the resources that we are bringing to the table. And we look forward to continuing to work with you. So I think we're going to close the room today, and we look forward to seeing you next week, same place, same time. And we're basically back on our regular schedule for most of the rest of the summer. I may have a bit of travel in here and there when we may have to have some gaps, but most of the time we're going to be here at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and let's keep working on these businesses and keep building value. And I look forward to seeing many of you next week for the next strategy roundtable. And of course, I'm also looking forward to seeing some of you in the premium program as well. Bye bye, everybody.